So, as promised, I'm reviewing all the live action Looney Tunes movies in preparation for Coyote vs. Acme, like next week's Looney Tunes Back in Action. But I had to do Space Jam: A New Legacy because I did Space Jam last week. Didn't want to jump around like that because there's two Space Jam movies. So let's just do the two Space Jam movies together, and then we'll do Back in Action after. This movie is dog shit. To be honest, when I saw this movie, this was in 2020, or was it 2021? Whatever year it was. I think I was... No, I just graduated high school, I believe. What year did this come out now? I don't even know now. Whatever, I saw this movie when I was still like, must have been like 18, 19. I started love for Space Jam. And I just kind of like, it was passable enough. I gave it a decent review, but honestly, I cannot stand watching this movie now. Because this movie isn't even funny bad, honestly. It's just insulting bad. First of all, like, every time I watch Space Jam, I'm like, that soundtrack to that movie. I mean, Basketball Jones! Or I Believe I Can Fly, the Space Jam song by the Quad City DJs, right? You go down the list of amazing tracks. This movie doesn't even try to do a soundtrack for this movie, which, if you're going to do a Space Jam sequel, you want to kind of bring back the elements people liked of the original, and they don't even really try to do that. Really, the point of this movie is to shove a bunch of Warner properties in your face, and not in like a clever way. I mean, some of it was clever. I thought the Rick and Morty joke was actually really funny. I thought some of the scenes where they were going into classic Warner Brothers movies, like, all right, Elmer Fudd and Sylvester and Austin Powers, was kind of funny. Mad Max, with the Wile E. Coyote chasing the Roadrunner. I'm like, okay. Some of that, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get some of it. But for the most part, like, why are you referencing these things in a kid's movie, though? It's weird. It's out of place. It's really gross. And some of it felt like it was trying to say things like when Bugs falls into LeBron James, or when LeBron James falls into Bugs' world and all the Looney Tunes characters left to kind of find out what's out there. I'm like, is that a commentary about how the Looney Tunes aren't that relevant anymore? Maybe, you could have tied that into some of the movie. Nope, it's not. Nothing means anything in this movie. LeBron James is a terrible actor, but, like, I don't really mind it too much because he's... I don't know if he's worse or not as good as Michael B. Jordan. It's hard to say. They're kind of not great actors, but I think maybe to me, Michael Jordan, just the persona of him has a little bit more power, and so I just enjoy him a little bit more. Or like LeBron James, especially when he's animated, he tries to like fake yell in this movie. He just cannot do it. It sounds horrible. Like, at least when Michael Jordan was yelling, I'm like, okay, I kind of believe it a little bit. Here, I just cannot. And it also feels like none of the Looney Tunes feel like Looney Tunes, which I guess is a problem in the first Space Jam movie, but also they still had unique personalities where I feel like in this movie they don't. Like, what's the personality of Lola? Yeah, Lola in the original wasn't great either, but like it's worse here because at least in the original she had a personality. Here she doesn't. It's boring. It's also, this movie's insanely long. Like, this movie is almost, what is this movie, like 2 hours and a half, something like that? And I think like the last hour of this movie just is the basketball game. And you're just thinking, why the fuck would you do that? Why would the last hour of the movie be the basketball game? In the original Space Jam, that movie's an hour and a half. The last 30 minutes is the basketball game. Like, last 30 minutes, and it works perfectly. That is a perfectly paced movie. It's kind of a weird movie because it's not really directed like a real movie, the original Space Jam, but like it doesn't really matter because there's so much passion and life and energy. This movie doesn't have life and energy. It is just so yikes. I just no, just no. Not a Space Jam New Legacy person, if you can't tell. Fuck this movie. I think this is the last time I'm going to watch this movie. I've seen this movie a couple times. And I think I've legit just decided to just say, yeah, I'm never watching this shit ever again.